What to do during self-isolation and quarantine? Christmas baking. Why not? I know. Sounds ridiculous, but if we package it all up, put it in the freezer, and have wonderful intentions over the next 4 to 12 weeks, we will have had quarantine plus 15. We're going to make some chocolate chip cookies, and I have used the same recipe for, gosh, I don't know how long. It is right on the box of the Crisco Golden All Vegetable Shortening. So let's get to it, shall we? It says right on this here box, 3/4 cups of the shortening. For all you new cooks, just a little tip. On most boxes of butter, shortening, lard, whatever it might be, you're actually going to find the measurements right on the box. In this case, we have measurements of 1/8 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup, half, and 1 full cup. So what I do when I was first learning is I actually lay it right down. Sure, you could take out a measurement and fill it up, but why bother when this is so easy? I lay it right down, right on the ding-dong shortening. Why not? And I need 3/4 of a cup. I made a little line. I'm gonna cut her right down like that. Done. How easy is that, right? In the bowl she gets. Now it's asking for 1 1/4 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. I bought this super duper brown sugar container on Amazon. It's got one of those little terracotta stones, and that helps keep my brown sugar quite moist, not hard, you know, not that kind that you can knock somebody's teeth out with. I'm gonna put my 1 cup right in there, lightly packed. I got 1/4 cup here. So now I have my shortening in there and I've got my brown sugar. Let's mix the two together. That's nicely creamed. Add 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm using 3%, 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Let's quickly mix those together. We'll just scrape the sides to make sure we're getting all that wonderful batter in there. I think that's good enough. Let's set the wet ingredients aside and now start working on the dry ingredients. So it's asking me to put in 1 3/4 cups of flour. Because I'm making cookies, like I said in a previous video, bread, pastries, cookies, I like to measure it out with a spoon. This way I don't have air pockets. 1 cup, 3/4. So I have 1 3/4 cups of flour. I now need a teaspoon of salt, which I'm just going to eyeball it, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. I like to mix my dry ingredients together with a fork. I just think it does a better job. I believe my flour has been mixed well together, my dry ingredients, and now I'm just going to slowly add it to my wet ingredients, a little at a time. That came together nicely. At this time, you can add in your 1 cup of chocolate chips, just like that. And I'm just going to give it a couple of turns. I don't want to overwork my flour. Also at this time, if you wanted to put in some pecans or some walnuts, this would be the time you do it. I'm not going to put any nuts in this because I'm making them up for my neighbor next door and she has a bit of a nut allergy. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this is a very chewy cookie. So let's put at least a 2-inch space between each cookies. And I am doing a generous 1 tablespoon of cookie dough. I've got my first batch laid out. I'm going to put them in a 375-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. 8 minutes chewy, 10 minutes crispy. Be right back. I guarantee you it's the best chocolate chip cookies you have ever eaten. Soft, moist. Get the hell out of here because I want to eat some. Ciao for now.